This is an iPhone 10, otherwise referenced frequently as the iPhone X. I really don't care what you call it. There's been some news developing and I feel like we should discuss it. I'm no stranger to this device. I used it for an extended period of time and I came back to you with some video content, my findings, my feelings, and so on. And I want to be clear about something at this point right now. This is a good phone. The camera is nice and so on, and a lot of people enjoy it, and that's cool. For me, it just ain't my choice, and I don't think it represents a great value given its price point. But today's video is about an article that I read yesterday on Forbes, which was informed by an article on Apple Insider, essentially stated that this phone right here in front of me might be getting canceled by Apple. This is not a TV show. How do you cancel it? What do you do here? Well, according to Ming-Chi Kuo, this prolific information leaker who is essentially, he's never wrong, this guy, all right? His company KGI Securities reported recently that production was going to shut down soon and that the reason for it, a lack of demand for this device right here. Now, he stated that one of the reasons for this potential cancellation is a lack of demand specifically in China regarding the overall screen size of this device. It's not the biggest screen in the world. Face ID, where you at? There you go. Obviously, there's plenty of orders that are already put in for this. There's retailers and telecommunications companies that are going to have these things on the shelf. It just means that you're going to shut down the assembly line sooner than you normally would. And the current rumor, based on the information from this guy, is that that'll happen at some point in the summer. This would mark the first time ever that Apple has shut down or canceled a particular device before the next one has actually launched. Like, you could buy an iPhone 7 right now. You could even buy a brand new iPhone 6S, I believe. The idea here is not that the 10 would be completely dead, but a modified, larger version would take over for it, and this one would be buried forever. But that's not where the story ends. All of a sudden, there was an update. Ming-Chi Kuo, he kind of backtracked a little bit and was like, wait, iPhone's performing pretty good. I'm not really sure they're going to shut it down. I'm not really sure what's going on. And to me, that 48-hour backtrack is kind of interesting on its own. Was the original information bad? Did something change in the face of the reporting? I'm not really certain. The question still remains, is this phone going to be canceled or not? Now, of course, you guys know where I stand on this particular device. I don't think it's the greatest value for money, and I even anecdotally, I know people in my life that have chosen to upgrade to the iPhone 8 or 8 Plus instead of this. And so when I saw the report come out stating that that's what people were doing, that they weren't gravitating towards this model, I could see some reality in that, at least in my own personal experience. So at a certain point, you have to wonder if that influence has leaked out or if people just in general haven't gravitated towards this particular phone. You might think something is a great deal or a great design, and someone in China or India or elsewhere might think otherwise. But this development, it certainly lends itself to my intuition, which is that this marketplace has gotten incredibly more competitive recently, and what you are able to get at lower price points has improved substantially. So the question going forward, probably not just for Apple, but also for Samsung and the various other premium smartphone makers, how big is the demand for a $1,000 phone? And do they sort of need to reconfigure a little bit in order to match the demand that does exist? Now, for the record, I don't imagine that the next generation iPhone flagship will be less than this one. I think Apple is perfectly happy playing in that premium space, and so is Samsung. But the numbers, once they eventually become public, well, those won't lie, and we'll find out for certain what the demand is for this particular device compared to the others. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think that this will survive, that the iPhone 10 will remain intact? Or will this one go to bed somewhere? You let me know down in the comments. Also, what do you think is the perfect smartphone screen size? Tim Cook, he's going to be down in these comments. He's going to be reading what you're saying. So get your voice out there.